I heard y'all was out here looking for me. Here I go. Y'all, let's get into the message straight in, jumping straight in. That could be very significant. In this part of your life, you could just be being urged to jump in. It's so funny, y'all, because I have been in a space of balancing myself out, even having enough on this side, having enough on this side, being in my masculinity, but also being in my femininity. Balance. This message, y'all, is about balance, balance, balance. Not only that, y'all, it's about stop thinking about it and just be about it. How you doing, Tamara? How you doing, Queen? Hear me, y'all. This message, y'all, is pivotal. How you doing, Haas? Look at family being up in here this morning. Good morning. I gotta stop saying good morning. I never say good morning. It's rise and shine up in this bitch. Time to get to the grind. But on a serious note, guys, though, it really is time for you guys to balance out your life. Figure out what's working versus what's not working. Figuring out what you were reneging on versus what you're not keeping your word on. It's time. It is so time. How you doing, Tim? In this moment, guys, you have to do what's best for you. A lot of people might need you right now, confirmation, but right now it is time for you to hone in on your craft, hone in on what you got going on, and don't get distracted. In this moment, there are a lot of things that are going on in other people's lives, and with all due respect, you gotta do you. What do you mean, Charlie? I'm gonna break it down. I woke up, I had a whole bunch of text messages from so many people, from friends, family, shit, people that want to talk to me, everybody. And I was just like, Charlie, I got to meditate this morning. I got to get on my Zoom. I didn't look at not one text message. I literally just went to God this morning. I was like, God, big dog, what's up? Because I'm feeling high, but I'm feeling medium rare too. And I'm like, what's going on? That could be very important. Having your check-ins with God, meditating and shit like that. Y'all, I meditated for like maybe 2 hours. I've been up for a minute and I just been meditating, not on my phone. And I think that's very significant because, guys, I had to come up with what's best for me on this next part of my journey. And I think that that's so significant, is that the only way that you can figure out what's best for you is by you deciding. Nobody else can decide that. And it's 144 as I'm saying this. You can get confirmations through other people, yes. You can get other people's advice, yes. But internally, you have to decide what's best for you, period. Okay? Next thing, whatever is not balancing you out, guys, you have to you gotta throw the shit away. You have to throw it away. What do you mean, Charlie? I mean, if you are talking to that knuckle-headed ass boy, girl, either or, don't matter, whatever they identify as, and they throwing your ass off balance, it's time for you to get rid of them. If you are working at a job and it's throwing you off balance, it's time to go find you another job and then go quit your job. If you are sitting over here like, Charlie, I really want to work for myself because I'm just tired of taking orders from people, and other people taking orders from people is throwing me off balance, do you know what you need to do? How you doing, Tavia? How you doing, Sakira? I want y'all to hear me. You have to show up for you. And in this moment, y'all, I had to be so real with myself this morning, that some shit is working, some shit is not working. Some people in my life don't need to be there. And I realized that God will block a lot of people out of my life, but I realized that there are some people that I keep bringing back into my life that no longer needs to be there. Some of you guys keep reopening wounds that have already been sealed the fuck up and needs to be thrown the fuck away. It's old trash. You keep digging through old trash trying to feel something from some old shit that's done. Some of y'all got new shit that's already done. You don't learned it. And it's funny because I've been saying you guys have to go backwards in order to go forward. I've been saying this all week, all the past week. You got to go backwards to go forward. You're not supposed to stay there. You're just supposed to get some insight, and then you get your ass skedaddled. And I had to skedaddle on a lot of fucking people this morning. I sat with God, and I was like, God, and I almost fucked myself up. I almost threw myself back into an old pattern. Almost this close, but I caught myself. Two different people, but old patterns. Shout out to Jazz, because she helped me realize that she mirrored something within me from my past, that I realized that, damn, if I do this shit, I'm gonna repeat some shit that I already learned a lesson about, and that's significant. It's not to be mad at the people that's coming into your life, whether if that's you, somebody you dating, somebody you just fucking on, a friendship, all that. It don't matter, family, all of that. What matters is that you catch the lesson before you have to learn the lesson again. Now my lesson was, because they want me to get in, they want me to give y'all an example so y'all understand, okay? Cause catch me. My lesson was, there was this guy, and he was over here playing my manipulations. At first he started off on some overbearing, I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you. Me and the guy had disconnected. I can't remember, or I think we only disconnected because like he had got busy work schedule the first time. So he came back and he was on some consistent shit. He was on some, listen, I really want to talk to you. Like I keep thinking about you, I was just like, okay, like we could try it out again. And I realized that when we were together, he triggered things within me, but he only triggered me in order to awaken me to what I need to fix about myself. Which I'm grateful for him for that, so grateful. But then I realized this last time, because we fell out based off of it, because I was just like basically like after I was triggered. So two things. When you guys get triggered by people, you can't just wash your hands with people, because there might be something else you need to learn from these people. Sometimes you guys need to start asking yourself, why are these people triggering me in the first place, okay? The second thing I have to tell you is that now some of these motherfuckers, you really do, once they trigger you, you get your information. If they're disrespecting you, or like if you feel like, baby, that's just not the way, then that's when you remove those people out your energy, okay? Now, look at the monitoring spirits coming through. I thought I cleansed the energy, and I did. But you know, maybe you need a message too. That could be specific or significant. Like, if there's monitoring spirits monitoring you, maybe they need some messages too from you. So, you know, I always say sometimes the snakes helps us, sometimes you gotta help the snakes. Let's keep going though, because I don't want to get distracted. Next message. With him, the point where it was like, ooh, stop. The point where I realized that if I continued forward with him was at this point, guys. This is where I knew I would repeat a pattern. Me and him had fucked, and after fucking, energy shifted. I didn't like the way the energy shifted, and at first I wasn't going to speak up about it, but then once I spoke up about the things that I did not like, then he tried to, in my eyes, I feel like he tried to penalize me because I wasn't fitting the bill for him. He basically told me that like he doesn't think our personalities match, and then the second thing that he told me was what was the second point? Oh, he didn't like how I came at him in the car, because when I speak, sometimes depending on how I'm feeling, y'all, it really just depends on how I feel. In that moment, I was really pissed off, so he thought I was speaking aggressive with him. And I realized two things. That was my challenge, to learn to speak up for myself. But the second thing that I learned is that I'm not going to change myself just because you don't like the way that I speak. Now, granted, there are times and places for things, but if you ask me what's wrong and I tell you, and then you get upset with how I speak my piece, that's on you, that's not on me. That's on you. Don't like my delivery. You don't like what and honestly, y'all, to be honest, I go back and forth because I've been thinking about this. I don't know if it was the delivery or if he just don't like that I was telling him the truth and I hurt his ego. It could be both. It could be all three. Shit, fuck it. I'm taking accountability today. And that could be like very like significant, guys, is delivery probably could have been better, but message still had to be addressed. Now, we fell out because of that, but he's been doing manipulation tactics as far as FaceTiming me and saying he didn't. hurting shit. He'll be like, oh yeah, I just think that, you know, I just don't like this. And then he'll go back and like heart some flirty shit. That's what I mean by manipulation. And when I was talking to Josh yesterday, I was texting him and we were on FaceTime, and I was like, I think I'm tripping. I had to have a moment where I was like, okay, Charlie, let's be real. Like, let's keep it. Like, let's figure out what this person wants. Because he FaceTimed me for some reason, and I'm like, for what? So we went back and forth a little bit, and at first I almost went back. I almost was just like, you know what? And let me tell the full story, y'all. It's a very short story. He FaceTimed me Saturday. I was out. I didn't even get the FaceTime call until later, and I called him, but he didn't answer, so I said, look at God helping. He texted me the next morning, on Sunday morning, which was yesterday, and the reason why I'm giving y'all this example is because, guys, this is gonna help y'all, so y'all know y'all can avoid the bullshit, okay? But he texted me on Sunday, and he was like, what's up? And I was like, you know, you called me. He proceeded to say, I didn't FaceTime you. I was like, well, I have a missed call from you, like, so clearly you did. He was like, I don't have anything on my log. So I screenshotted it, sent it to him and everything. The only thing he said back to me was, you don't have my number saved? First manipulation tactic. Because I have to give you guys, I know I'm a spiritual ass bitch, but I got to give you guys human examples, okay, guys? First manipulation tactic. I said, I don't talk to you. And he got in his feelings. There goes the ego strike. Whatever. He then proceeded to say, fuck, I forget what he said. Maybe that's not important. He proceeded to say, you know what? What the fuck am I doing? What am I talking about? Roll the clip. Roll the fucking clip real quick. Hold on. Because this is very important, guys. And I'm only giving you this example so you guys can know when, when you need to remove some shit, okay? I said, because I don't talk to you. And he said, unless you're hungry or you want to come over. And I said, I don't think that's entirely my fault because, y'all, we had fell out because he didn't like the whole how I talked to him last time. And I said, please don't have people calling my phone if it isn't you, thanks. He proceeded to say, you think I got people calling you, that's not me, question mark. I said, if I have a missed call and it didn't come from you and it's not on your log, then it's looking that way. Because if 2 + 2, I'm just trying to make 2 + 2 = 4. He said, I don't need to use people to reach out to you. I said, you know what? I said, I'm not doing this with you. And I sent him an audio note and I was like, let me tell you, cause I'm a tone person. Cause I like this shit, I was laughing at. I proceeded to say to him, so listen, I really don't care. Essentially, this is essentially what I said. Listen, I don't care to go back and forth with you. I see it was a mistake that you called me. We could leave it at that. Take care. That's essentially what the fuck I just said. I don't want to go back and forth. It doesn't matter. He said, okay. He said, send me your toes. Manipulation tactic number 2. Number 2, y'all, because kids hear me. Manipulation tactic number 2. Send me your toes. Now, y'all, the only reason why I'm giving you guys this, because y'all, when I go into my deep life, like, I only try to do stories about me. But fuck it, we here. He likes my toes. He sucked my toes. So, not far-fetched. But we haven't been talking. Last time you talked to me, you said we was done. You said you didn't want to talk to me no more, basically. I said, okay. I said, oh, you're just being toxic. Got it. He said, nah. So at the nah, this is where I was talking to Jazz, and I was like, Jazz, I said either I could go and I could be toxic too, because Charlie knows how to be toxic. If we want to be toxic, we can be toxic together. Like, Charlie knows how to do that very well. But Charlie has also, like, spiritual Charlie is like, well, do I want to engage into this, or do I want to sit over here and just take the high road and just not even entertain toxicity? Okay, this was the battle I was in. She was like, well, how do you feel? I said, well, he did have good dick. Shout out to that man. What was I about to say? I'll give y'all his number right now. Y'all can call him. But I'm not going to do that because that's out of line. Good sex. I'll give him that. So part of me was like, I'm in the part of my life where I'm not personalizing things, but I'm also being intentional about the people that come into my life. And if I fuck him, and before I even realized this, because I realized this morning, had I had went and fucked him, I would have repeated a cycle of, well, let's just roll the clips. Let's roll the clips because I have to get off everything and then I'll tell y'all the ending. So I chose violence. I said, then send me your mouth. He said, send me your toes. I said, then send me your mouth. Because if we're doing toxicity, we're doing toxicity, okay? We're going to do toxicity all the way, okay? Somebody keeps inviting me. Now let's keep going, y'all. So he said, how? I said, get in your car. And he was like, my car is in Vegas. I said, then get on the airplane. He had told me that he was out of town. So that could be very significant. Now, I said, then get on the airplane. I was like, pack a bag and hurry to the girl. Because I was like, fuck it. At this point, I'm laughing. At this point, I'm having fun because what the fuck? Like, what else? What am I supposed to say? Tomorrow? What am I supposed to say? Tavia, what am I supposed to say? I'm just like, he said tonight, he was like, but I'm still off you for how you was acting. He hearted my message, but he was like, I'm still off you. Manipulation tactic number 3. Entertaining the act of sex, but still bringing up the problem from the previous conversation. Okay? Manipulation tactic number 3. I said, but you missed my toes, so I don't think that statement is true. And I said, I think a redo is in order. After that, if you still feel the same, then we can let it go. He said, nah, I feel the same, but I do miss your toes. I said, that's because you're stubborn. He was like, because I know how I feel. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure you didn't like one thing about me, but you'll love the 1,000 things about me. Now, y'all, in this point, I'm being tasked with dipping into my femininity because, y'all, sometimes I can operate out of masculinity, and that's very important for me to know, okay? Now, because I've been working with my divine feminine, I've been soft, I've been kinder, I've been not taking shit too personal, I just been, whatever. And he was like, whatchamacallit, like what? And I just sent a gif because I'm not an explaining ass bitch, because hear me guys. When people ask me how am I great, I don't go explaining how I'm great. When people sit over here and ask me, well, so what can you do for me? I can't do shit for you. I can show you what I can do for you. I'm not about to tell you what I can do for you. And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, I guess we'll never know then. I sent him a voice note. I honestly don't remember what this voice note said, to be honest. Well, you know what? Roll the fucking clip. Let's see what the voice note, because I really don't remember. Mm-hmm. Facts. Shout out to me. And to those that didn't hear that shit. Basically, I said, if you want to respond to hot and cold, then baby, How you doing, Shani? I didn't see everybody that's in here. Family, how you doing? We're doing a TED Talk today because we on the couch today. We talking. And it's 1-on-1 as I'm saying these. So basically I said, listen, I don't want to do hot and cold with you. And I'm not about to explain to you all the great things I could provide. Whatever. I don't know. Provide is crazy. Provide is wild. Confirmation. But I'm not about to sit over here and just be like, oh, I'm such a great person because of this. Like, that's just not me. He said, I only asked because you said I'd love 1,000 things about you. And I was like, the question is, will you have patience? And he was like, well, you already know how I feel. I said, actually, and I said his name, I really don't. I was like, do you mind saying it again? Because at this point, this man got me too lost in the sauce going hot and cold too much. Okay, y'all? It was too much hot and cold because we talking today. It was too much hot and cold. I don't know anymore. I'm confused. You're flirting with me, but then you over here saying you standing on business. Which one is it? So let's keep going. He said, your personality and mine does not go together. And I was like, in what way? Because me and Jazz was over here trying to break this shit down. I was like, Big Doc, I don't know what he means. She was like, well, why don't you ask him what he means? I was like, you know what? You onto something. Because y'all, let me tell you something about Charlie. Once somebody tell me that they ain't feeling me, baby, I be skedaddling on people. I be like, okay, well, if you're not feeling me, I'm gone. I don't do the minds. But then Josh is like, no, ask him. And I'm like, okay, so let's sit around and let's ask. Let's ask the question as to what was the problem. Let's get to the root of the problem, okay? Let's keep going. And I hope that this is helping y'all in some kind of way. Because y'all, this is a recent ass example, okay? It says, he said, just the way you acted when you left my crib. I knew I didn't have the energy to deal with that consistently. So then that brings me back, let's catch up. That brings me back to, damn, I can't even sit over here and be upset. I can't have an opinion. And y'all, this is when real life, okay? I said a few things that bothered me. And I don't want to even because I don't even personalize that part, but it just made me realize that there are some people that can take the heat and there's some people that can't. And with him, y'all, to be honest, it wasn't even like I was really arguing with him or even being really confrontational. I might have said some slick shit because I got a slick ass mouth. But to the point to where he would have felt disrespected, no. To the point where I was disrespecting him, no. But speaking my piece, yes. Now, I sent an audio note, and to be honest, in that audio note, the only part that I really remember, and that's a 2-minute audio note. I'm not about to fucking listen to that because that's too much. But I do remember at the end, I was just like, okay, so what is it that you want, essentially? Because if you can't even take one part of me, I'm not about to give you the rest of the parts of me. And I think you guys have to start realizing when people speak to you and they're saying, listen, I don't think I could deal with you for this amount of time. Okay, move on. Versus trying to convince them, trying to give them more than what they're giving you. And that's not even an ego thing, guys. And I meditated on this and I sat with this. And it's it's not an ego thing. It's not a pride thing. It's it's a short thing. Sometimes you're not for people and they just want to play. So after that, he was just like, we could be friends. I sent a message and I said, I don't fuck my friends. I was like, if that's the category you would like to be a part of, I'm okay with that. And he said that works. Now, I was on the phone with Jazz and I was telling her, and she could be my witness. She my witness. I was like, Jazz, I really don't want to be this nigga's friend. On everything I love, I said that. I said, I don't want to be his friend. And there's 2 things wrong with that message. Let me tell you why. There's 3 things. And I'm going to tell you all 3, okay? Tomorrow you said he came back into your life just to see if he can get you back with no intentions of being serious. We gonna get there though tomorrow. We gonna get there. 3. The first thing was I didn't want to be his friend. Now, what I just realized is that technically with the people that you date, you should want to be their friend. You should start off as friends and then date and then, you know, skedaddle. You feel me? Whatever you guys think is your wish fulfillment, okay? But at the bare minimum, you should be friends. I said, I don't want to be his friend. Let's start there. 2, I said, I'm not personalizing this part of my life. Maybe I could just have fun with this shit. So, I proceeded to have fun and be toxic, which was another thing of realizing, okay? Because hear me, how you doing, beauty? So let me show you how Charlie went and then had to renege this morning, okay? Charlie said, and this is where I fucked up, y'all. This is where I fucked up. This is accountability 101 today, okay? I said, I wanted to fuck you before you said, oh, hold on, wait. I was like, can I fuck you one more time, though? Because I'm like, fuck it, we ball. I want to fuck one more time. And then at first, I was like, maybe I should just fuck him one time and then just not talk to him no more. I was like, I could do that. That's participating in the toxicity. I said, what if I just fuck him one more time and then we could really be friends? Get it out your system and then friendships. But then I kept saying, but I don't want to be his fucking friend. So then the third option is to just walk away altogether. Okay? 3 options. I chose violence. God chose for me, and I'm gonna show you why. Because you said, let me tell you something. You said, Charlie, you a G. Let me tell y'all something, Slim, we talking. I am giving you guys a real life example because Charlie is very much spiritual, very much divinely given, but Charlie is still in a healing process. And the only reason why I'm giving y'all this is because y'all, I want you guys to understand that, bitch, even though it be all peace, love, and light, gotta meditate and shit, sometimes I be over here, like, I be tempted to go back into toxicity, and it's like, I'm done with that part. And I realized that today. So let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going. I said, can I fuck you one more time? He said, even though we friends, in that moment, I realized he was testing my gangster. At that time, I realized that, Charlie, if you go fuck this person, you're not keeping your word. You're not staying true to your word. And that is why your shadow side be pissed the fuck off. Because you just said you don't want to be this man's friend. You over here going against what the fuck you believe, what you said. You already have been on this state prior to him about being intentional about everybody that comes into your life. You said that, listen, Charlie, you really are ready for your next relationship. You really are ready to be for real with somebody. So this is where you fucked the game up. Why entertain this? And I said, well, God, you said, big dog, not to personalize this part, and you said I have free will up in this bitch, and you know I haven't really been fucking nobody, and you know what's been going on in my life. It's called why not? And it's one, and this is a real conversation, y'all, because hear me, y'all, because this is a real conversation I was having with Jazz, a part of the thing, but I was talking to God this morning anyway too, and last night. Let's keep going. He said, or whatchamacallit, I said, I wanted to fuck you before the friend thing. He said, we can see. He was like, you just made me so hard though, whatever. And I was like, you back tonight, ? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, can I see you? And he was like, I'm gonna let you know when what I'm on. So 4 hours passed, y'all, because I was over here in the mix of shit. And I was like, tonight, ? And his plane was delayed. He was like, I was delayed. I was like, oh, okay. So this is where I said, this is where I show y'all that when God don't want you to repeat no shit, and it's 11, y'all, it's 11:11. Hold on. It is 11:11. I just want to show y'all something. When God don't want y'all to repeat no shit, God will not have y'all repeat no shit. He will have flights delayed. He will sit over here and fucking, like, baby, there will be where you cannot, and this is why I know I'm so protected by God, y'all. God knew I did not need to go fuck that man or deal with that man. Now, let me tell you as to why. Because when I woke up this morning, or even last night when I seen the delayed, I said, okay, it's just not that way, God. It's not with that person. But when I woke up this morning, my headspace was in a whole nother headspace. Last night, Charlie was like, she's trying to get her rocks off. This morning, Charlie was like, I need to get my shit together mode. 2 different days, 2 different timelines, two different feelings. Sometimes you need to give yourself a day before you go jump into some shit, before you book a flight to go see somebody, before you go and give yourself a day. If in that day you realize, shit, I was just horny. That's some old horny shit. I really don't even want to entertain it. Do not make that mistake. The heat of the moment. So I woke up this morning. I was like, oh, okay, to the delayed shit. But this morning I was meditating, y'all, and I was really talking to God. And I was like, and I was talking to God about a few people. Because I'm like, God, and it's so funny, y'all. I watched this TikTok, and it was of this guy, and he was like, God, how come it's when I'm really focusing in on myself, I really am just dealing with me, I'm only on focus mode, that's when the one person comes up in your life and they fucking fine as fuck, they get you, like everything is fucking great. And it's like, you couldn't come 4 months later, you couldn't give me 4 months. And I was cracking up because I was like, dead ass. Because people have been popping up in my life, new people, old people, shit, rich people, poor people, all people, old friendships, new friendships. And I'm just like, I am at the best time of my fucking life right now. I am in a process of getting my life together. I'm finding peace. I'm finding self. Why the fuck is everything popping up right now? Temptations all over the place. And I sat with God and I asked about this one specific person. I was like, God, I know blockages is protection. I always trust that. And I was like, the lesson is done with that person. I sat and I talked to God and I was like, the lesson was taught already. You already taught the lesson. The lesson, for those, cause let me tell you. You said, Brittany, you just saw that one. Hear me, cause we in sync, Brittany, Miss Britt. Cause come on now. Hear me, guys. The lesson that was taught by this gentleman, because guys, he's not a bad person. He's not a bad person. It's not that. Hurt feelings aside, ego aside, because even my ego and my pride was hurt a bit. He's not a bad person. And I don't wish ill to him at all. I just know he's not my person. Let's start there. Now, the lessons I learned was, the biggest one is to keep my word. I've been learning this motherfucking lesson all too well with a few different people. Keep my word. My word is bond. And my grandfather used to say that all the time. Word is bond. Shaking hands is bigger than a fucking contract. That's the first lesson. The second lesson is, it's time to get rid of toxicity. It's time. It has to go. It has to. The third thing is that I gotta take the celibate journey for real serious this time. I always go in and out of celibacy, but this time, like, for real, because temptation is real, but my healing is required right now. And it's not to say I'll have to be celibate for all my life or until I'm married and shit like that, but it's required for the intent of what I'm trying to get to. The next lesson is that people will manipulate you or try to play with your mind going back and forth if you allow them. It is your job to protect your mind, to protect your heart. It's not to have your guard up. It's just to be able to identify, oh, you playing. The next person ain't gonna play about y'all. And I want y'all to understand something. The next person will not play about you, but there will be some people that will. They will test you. It doesn't matter if they're masculine or feminine. They will see what they can get away with. And if you allow it. And I know God protects me, and God trusts me, but God only allows certain things in there for me to learn lessons. And once I learn the lesson, I don't ever have to go through it again. The next part is that trusting God and divine timing, guys. Trusting that if it's just not that way, it's just not that way. If it's just not that person, it's just not that person. If it's just not that conversation that needs to be had, it's not. It's not. And that's all I got to say about it. So I sent him a voice note this morning. I guess I have to end it. I sent him a voice note this morning. Pre-meditation, or actually mid-meditation. And I told him, I was just like, yo, like, I think it was your plane being delayed was probably the best thing that could have happened to us. And I just told him, like, I really think that, I was like, I don't want to be your friend. What else did I say? I can't remember everything I said. I can't remember. I think I told him, I was just like, you know, I really don't want to be your friend, and I'm being intentional about who I want in my life. And I just think that we just need to go and find other people. And I was like, and I wish you well, and take care. And I sent him off. That's significant. You said people treat you the way you allow them to treat you. Terry, you talking right now. You talking. You said, I must be truly heated because nobody has been popping up for me. Thank God. You said, did he respond? He didn't respond. But I'm not looking for a response. I don't need no response. That's how I know I truly, it's not about a response. It's about, there's a few things. It's one, I did it more so for me. But the second thing is that I feel like it's on me to protect my shadow. It's kind of like my shadow was like, bitch, finally you listen. Like, I know God did half the work, but bitch, you got to meet him in the middle. Because technically I could have went and been like, okay, so you back in town tonight. Like, I could have proceeded to go that way. But sometimes you have to realize that people just ain't for you. So then I proceeded, y'all, because I want to finish this message out and then I'm going to get into the read. I went through my phone and I cleared out a lot of old contacts. I still have a few to get through, but I started with contacts. And I sent a few more of those off, like, listen, I don't think you for me. Thanks. But this time I'm not going back. I was told to cut people off because I already learned the lesson. Now, hence, once the lesson is learned, then you cut them off. If the lesson isn't learned, or if there's still something more to be taught, you have to keep those people there for a second. Okay? Now, without further ado, let's get into the coffee cook, y'all. Because there's a few messages. Tavia, why I see your name a little bit. And then I see Tara. Some of you guys could be going and getting some boba. I don't know why I was about to say Tiffany. Okay, what do you want to show me? L names could be significant. Geminis. Something about the full moon could be significant. Also, I'm seeing like an earth figure. Or you could just be an earth sign. I see arc. Some of you guys could be working with like archangels and something like that. I'm seeing something about a video game could be very significant. It's so funny because it won't go over this certain part. So something about this part is very significant. It looks almost kind of like a cookie. Some of you guys could have just ate a cookie, but some of you guys are really getting to the root of the issue is what it's showing me. And I like that. It's kind of reminding me of like the only person that's gonna stop you from getting to this I don't know if I was about to say getting to this money. From getting to this next part of your life is you. I see an empanada. Some of you guys could be eating. Or maybe that's a taco or a sandwich. I'm thinking of Chicago right now. Things are washing away in this moment. Things are becoming clear. I feel the need to say some of you guys are truly getting closer to your person. Also, by you eliminating certain people out of your life, it's forging a new path. Understand that the only way to get through the hard part is to like cut through it. And I see a lot of you guys are cutting through the blockages. And maybe you think that it's going a little too slow, but it's getting done. I feel the need to sit over here and say, the only way that you can sit over here and really get back to where you need to be is if you fight through it. Sometimes that means to go into your own heart. And it's so funny because some of you guys are really close to going. You just need to push through. Some of you guys are like almost, it's kind of funny, two things. You guys are so close to reaching to where you need to, but you stop. Some of you guys are digging yourself in a bigger hole though. And it's time for you to go back upwards. Some of you guys literally just did like a whole fall down, and you're about to come right back up. You're about to be pushed up. But only when you guys decide. Some of you guys could be cancers out there. Something about mittens. You can bake. Virgo energy could be very significant. You guys could have cooked. I'm also getting the energy of Pac-Man. Some of you guys are Pac-Man and you're just being told not to get caught by the ghost. And that's very, if you guys have been here the whole message, that's very synchronistic. Don't get caught by the ghost that's trying to catch up to you. They already told you what they can offer you, and clearly it's not much, so connives. Because I think in Pac-Man, you only got 3 lives. It's like, baby, you got a whole bunch of lives. Goldfish could be significant. Do you have any 2s? Goldfish. Or you could just be a Pisces. Some of you guys are realizing that that the only person that can really clean you up is you. I see a frog. Princess Tiana has been popping up like crazy. Her story could be very significant. I keep hearing, I'm almost there. Some of you guys are literally almost there. I'm hearing people out here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. I'm hearing they only think you're crazy until you make it. I see a duck. It almost, at first it looked like a frog, but now it looks like a duck. Some of you guys could be pregnant in this moment because it kind of looks like a little baby now. Some of you guys are truly healing your inner child wounds from when you were an infant. It's kind of giving like Benjamin Button going backwards. That movie could be very significant. I see a shield now. Some of you guys are truly ripping off the your mask, but it's kind of funny because you guys aren't just ripping it off. It's like you're taking off. It's like it's only your eyes, or it started with your eyes, and now they're taking off your mouth, like so you can speak. It's like you had to see stuff first, and then now you can speak up. I mean, it's so funny because I see somebody like flicking somebody off. So it's just like, fuck you, fuck you. Like, I'm just hearing bye. Like, you guys are finally getting permission to say bye to shit. You guys have your ears too. They're telling me to make all your shit. Like, the only thing that's kind of blocked right now is still your nose and a piece of your mind. But I think, and it's not really a true blockage. It's like God had to take your senses away to give you back your, like, it's like to block, and then he's removing things. He needed you to hear stuff first. Then he needed you to see things. Then he needed you to say things. And then now it's about to be smell things. And then it's going to be, then it's like 2 + 2 is equaling 4. A part of your brain, it's like he's left a piece of your brain there. And this is the only way I can explain it, is that he left a piece of your brain there in order for you guys to only focus in on hearing no evil, speaking no evil. There will be no evil. Like, that's what I'm seeing. But not enough for you to start overthinking. Not enough for you to go into isolation again. Personalizing things. Some of you guys could just be traveling the world. It's showing me like Africa, South America could be significant too. It's also showing me like Europe. Traveling through. Maybe some of you guys have only did the States and South America. Maybe it's time for you to venture further. What's on that side? Japan, Tokyo, Australia, New Zealand. Something about hair growing. It's so funny, a lot of people is like, your hair's been growing. And it shows me like, dang, evolution is real. Some of you guys are getting stronger. I'm hearing the more your hair grows back, the stronger you get. Or the more you take care of yourself, the more, like, the stronger you get. The more you cry, the stronger you get. Confirmation, the more you show your emotions, the happier you get. It's kind of funny. I'm seeing you guys break down and crying, and some of you guys are like, I'm so fucking tired of crying. Something about eating your tears could be significant. I don't know what that even means, but I'm just seeing like it's all, you get out what you need to get out in order to release, to be peaceful. Some of you guys could go to Egypt, because it looks like some of you guys have like on a hijab or something like that, like your head is covered. That could bring you peace. Some of these places could grow your hair, because I realized that certain parts of the world grows my hair faster. Yeah. Some of you guys, heavy emphasis on you guys being crying. Stop blocking your tears. Cry when you feel called to cry, and move forward. This could also be somebody else crying for you too, though, because this doesn't look like you. I feel the need to say allow people to lose you. I keep hearing, did I lose you? Did I lose you? I think that's very significant right now. I did a deep dive. I can't remember with who. I think it was with Jazz, but I think the lose you lyrics is very important right now. Let's get into it really quickly. Scorpio energy could be very significant. And it's funny that, More Life, it's entitled More Life. So I think a lot of you guys are coming into the energy of like wanting more for your life. It says, I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. I feel like that's the perception that you guys need to come into more so than anything. I think a lot of you guys, as you're distancing yourself and you're getting closer to the people that you need to get close to, and you're choosing for yourself, you guys are identifying that shit, I might be different, but at least I'm making it. They're no better than me. Out there, you just have to fit into a pattern that somebody else already laid out for you. A lot of you guys are starting to identify that other people's way is not your way. A lot of you guys are starting to figure out that, listen, their path is their path, but other people's journey is not your journey. Just because you dealt with fuck shit with one person doesn't mean the next person is going to put you through fuck shit. Just because you chose wrong the first time doesn't mean you're going to choose wrong the second time. Just because other people want you to identify and be stuck in a pattern doesn't mean you have to. Life we live, you have to set your own patterns, your own ideals. You have to handle the whole job yourself. This made me have like an epiphany this morning, because I realized that shout out to Jazz, because she's been popping up a lot. Shout out to all my girlies, to be honest. But she was helping me on my fitness journey. But I realized today that I do better by self than by being told what to do. It's the weirdest shit. It's the weirdest. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know why my mind internalizes this. Because God has been telling me, let people in, let people in. But I think it's only in a certain type of way. I can have people that hold me accountable, but as far as actually telling me what to do, I can't. Because it's like, then I feel like I have a commitment to that. And I think that the biggest thing is that right now I have to have a commitment to myself. And I think that's very like synchronistic. Being able to identify when you can't commit to things versus when you can. And being honest about that. Now let's keep going. No snow tires, the rain slip slide, Trick Daddy, or slip slide like Trick and Daddy, or like Trick Daddy and Trina. Oil North pull in like 10 million a season. Range Rovers could be very significant in this time. The name Michael can be very significant in this time. White Range Rovers specifically. New York. There's this guy named Michael that I knew from New York that had a white Range. I feel like there's somebody else. Oh, Texas too. Started thinking about this other person. The name Chanel could be significant. I think she had a white Range too. That could be significant. Sugar Daddy, Sugar Baby lifestyle, Trick Daddy and Trina, Trick and Tricks, stuff like that. Queen Street vision that nobody believed in. If we not on the charts, my XO niggas eating. 52 consecutive weekends. Shout out to weekends. Some of you guys need 52 weeks in order to get your ass together. How many is it? 52 weeks? No, I feel like it's more. I think 52 weeks is a year. Maybe some of you guys need and it's 2, 3, 4 right now. I want to say 52 weeks is a year. I'm gonna double check it though, just because I feel like it. Yeah, it's almost a year. It's 90. It's 0.997. So 97 could be significant. 99. 2026. Maybe some of you guys are starting this year and then going and taking a year off, and doing what you want to do. It says the city gets stronger when everybody is speaking, not when everybody out here beefing. That's very significant. It's not time for you guys to be in turmoil with people that you love. It's not time for you to be beefing with nobody that you love, your friends and stuff like that. If you guys have disagreements, that's okay to have a disagreement, but it's not okay to disrespect nobody. Okay? We're growing. We're growing and we're speaking up. And we're becoming better people. But it takes two. So understand that. It says we got it now. Now we got to just keep it. America's Most Wanted. Man, I'm still on the run. All these number ones and we still not the one. No hard feelings, but I still get you spun. And I think that's very significant. Some of you guys have a charisma, a sex appeal that you're going to attract a lot of fucking people. But that's why it's so important for you to identify what's your energy, what's for you versus what's not for you. Went and got diplomas and we still going dumb. And it's funny because I seen something on Twitter and it was a tweet and it had said, we did everything that you said and we still don't have the results that you said we would. And I think that that's significant. You guys can't have the same fucking, people keep trying to join me. People can't have the same results as you, or you can have the same, oh wait, no, that's significant. People can't have the same results as you. You do something, that doesn't mean it's going to work out for them. Just like if somebody else did something, it doesn't mean it's going to work out for you. There's something there, y'all. There's something there. That's why you're being urged to have like your own path. Please never label niggas who lay down for a living. My competition is beyond offensive. Oh, quick sidebar, y'all. It's time for you guys to get into the energy of realizing who is trying to be competitive with you versus who is actually just trying to join this journey with you. The reason why I say that is because yesterday, and even with that guy, I started to think of, I wonder if he's in competition with me. And the sirens is going off. Identify, like, if your partner is in competition with you, like if you hurt their ego or if you pet their ego, are they trying to compete with you, or are they trying to sit over here and actually, or are they actually here for you? That could be very significant. Be careful about who's in competition with you. Friends too. I'm in it for the glory, not the honor mentioned. Not trying to be the fourth, or not trying to be fourth in inches. I'm trying to go the distance. So track and field could be significant. Scorpio energy could be significant. Yeah, distance and Sagittarius energy could be significant too. Am I missing something? No. I'm trying to go the distance. Yeah, distance. I'm on a different mission. I'm gonna leave it there. At first I was gonna finish it, and I was like, I don't feel like it. I think that's synchronistic. That was enough. I feel like if y'all want to do y'all homework, do y'all homework. If that was resonating with y'all, go listen to that song. Go get your own downloads. Now let's get into the read, because I feel like I'm being called elsewhere. No hard feelings, but I still get you spun. That could be very significant right now. Speaking up for yourself, doing what you want to do. I'm hearing you can do what you want to do and live in color. In this moment, you guys need yourself more than anybody else needs you. That's very synchronistic. Show up for yourself today. Show up for yourself every day. Balance yourself out. That's how I started this video. Being balanced within yourself. Yin and yang energy. Some of you guys really do have love coming in, and it honestly scares the shit out of you. That's why you work so much. Some of you guys have love coming in, and you don't want it. Some of you guys do want it, but when you get it, you don't know what to do with it. That could be synchronistic. Channel for collective. What's the card that they need today? Whoa. Clearly, y'all need a few. Resourcefulness and justice. A lot of you guys need to realize that you are receiving exactly what you need and have exactly what you need in order to put yourself on this pedestal. And let me turn this off so you guys can see the light. So you guys can see. And look at people still over here trying to do it. Hear me. How you doing, Daydreams? You said I haven't seen you in a long time. Where you been, Daydreams? A lot of you guys have the resources in order to put yourself on this pedestal. And understand that even if it is you putting yourself on this pedestal, there's always going to be somebody that can meet you. You're never asking for too much. Understand that. And something that popped in my head today, y'all, was I'm not asking for too much. I'm asking the wrong motherfucker. So that could be very significant. For some reason, I feel like praying with y'all really quickly. Hold on. Ancestors, higher beings, higher protectors, please remove all energies that is not my rightful energy, and I call back all energy that is my rightful energy. Any energies that are trying to attack me or the community or my message, I ask that they be removed, and I call justice on them. I ask that they do not be harmed, but I do ask that they not be able to interfere in my messages. Amen. And a hush went over the crowd. Hush. Oh man. My water bottle is not working. It's working. Oh. No, it is. Maybe something requires patience. A relationship, a situation. Some of you guys might be turning your back on this though. Turning your back on somebody that is resourceful. Out of the sake of you thinking that you could do it yourself. I think God has already taught you that you know you could do it by yourself, but you don't have to. Justice is out here, but I just kind of want to show you these cards. It just looks like you're over here turning your back to resources. Valid resources. Some of you guys are being tasked with identifying who is the person that actually has the resources. Don't get overly frustrated just because one person says no. Yep. And then hope is at the bottom of the deck. You have to, and it's so funny because hope is over here like pouring out. If you look at this card, it's just like hope is just every fucking word, like, oh, that hope. And then enlightenment is right below it. Some of you guys just need to have hope in this moment. I'm hearing hope and trust. And it's so funny because I seen another TikTok video talking about trust. And in the trust video, they were sitting over here saying that some of us need to go back and I don't know why I just thought about trust falls, but they want you to get your trust back in people, into humanity, and into your spirituality, into God. That's why God could be testing you guys a lot in this moment, is to restore you, to restore your hope and also restore your resourcefulness. The reason I say that is because I feel like a lot of you guys are stuck in the middle of having hope, but thinking that the past is your resource when in reality your future is. And it's so funny because they have me verifying this shit, and this is very synchronistic. They have me verify that I'm still on live. So puzzle pieces. Here's another puzzle piece. Some of you guys are truly in this space of figuring out what's for you versus what's not for you. And you don't need nobody else to tell you that. You don't need anybody else to tell you what you need to do. I think you just need to stop ignoring your own messages and stop getting distracted by helping other people and help yourself. Let's keep going. I'm not asking for too much. Maybe getting over your fear. And it's so funny. It's a tender fucking
Now you have a boyfriend.
Now you have a boyfriend. Some of you guys are coming into relationships. Now you have a boyfriend. Maybe that's synchronistic. You getting balance within yourself, restoring your own resources, restoring your hope, and then now you got a boyfriend. Now you have a girlfriend. Because in that one, it was two boys, so same sex, doesn't really matter. Some of you guys are being urged to I'm seeing you're on the fence, y'all. Do I stay or do I go? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing, I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. And I'll be back before you know it. Maybe some of you guys need to go away. And trips have been following, I feel like, us for a minute. But maybe taking the right trip away. Maybe you need the right rejuvenation. not the wrong rejuvenation. You guys have to stop being scared as to what you're called to do. Some of you guys keep making 1,000 excuses as to why you're not going in the direction that God has been telling you to go in. Some of you guys keep thinking you're getting the messages wrong, but you're not. Emperor came out. Stability. It's one thing to hope, and it's another thing to actually take action. And one of the messages I got with God, and he's saying it's okay for me to reveal it to you guys, is that sometimes it's not just about hoping and thinking and being in your head too much. It's about you actually taking action. Some of you guys, when it comes to a love thing, the whole boyfriend thing, girlfriend thing, you know who to pour into versus who not to pour into. Or at least you're learning. But you can only pour into people if you've already poured into yourself, if you're overflowing with self. The reason I say that is because I look at the hope card, and back here it looks as though she's already, like her glass is already full. Her reservation is good. She has an overflowing of abundance. So therefore she can give to who she wants to. And I think that's synchronistic. That's the energy that you guys are being told to go into. You have to help yourself before you help others. And it's so funny because I'm getting so aligned with spirituality that I realize that those that are placed into my life to help me, I am allowing them to help me. I am okay with asking for help. And I understand that if those people, if I ask for help and those people, they turn me down, or it's not that way, it's just not that way. I'm not taking it personal. I just realized that I have to keep digging. I have to keep going. And I think that's very synchronistic. The resources are there. The messages are there. Now, if you want to stay stuck, it's on you. Yeah. The the Ten of Swords and then the Tower wanted to come out too. I think that's what the Tower moment is you taking off your rose-colored glasses, you being able to identify that what's working for you versus what's not working for you. But not only just that, guys, you being able to identify that maybe some people just don't want the best for you. Maybe they want to manipulate you, because we started with the conversation of manipulation anyway. I think that's very important in this moment. Some people are here to help you and some people are here to harm you, but it doesn't matter anymore, because I feel like a lot of you guys are becoming so enlightened that you can identify that nobody can truly hurt you no more unless you allow people to hurt you. And it's not to say that everybody that comes into your life is going to hurt you. But some of you guys need to realize that the snakes that were placed into your grass was there to give you tough skin, and also taught to teach you how to shed skin, and also taught to teach you how to be able to see through the bullshit versus when you need to cover up, to mask yourself versus when to unmask. That's very synchronistic. The more that you guys learn the lessons of what's of you, that's all I can say. This is the lesson of you. I think the biggest thing is that it's so funny because we can always talk about other people, but in this moment it's like you got to be real with you on what's working versus what's not working, and to restore your balance. And I think that the biggest thing is that from your childhood you were betrayed a lot. We understand that, but you're no longer there, and you're dealing with your inner child wounds, and your future is brighter, and it looks brighter, and it is brighter, but are you going to accept it being brighter? Are you going to actually take the journey to getting there, to getting to wholeness? You know, writing down what worked versus didn't work. Like, I think that that's the biggest thing is that a lot of you guys have to identify that stability and hope and love is in your future if you so choose it. But if you fight yourself on getting to it, well then you're going to stay exactly where you are. And God is urging you not to. He's not saying you got to rush, but he is saying that you need to put some pep in your step. Let's keep going. Channel for collective. I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. I don't know why that's in my head right now. Maybe you guys are being tasked with working on your image. I'm hearing on my mama, on my hood. I'm just hearing I look fly and I look good. Being tasked with recharging your battery, recharging your image. Afraid of what? The truth is the only way I move. I ain't never scared. Embody this energy, yeah. And it's so funny because they made me put on root chakra energy, and I have on red today, red and black. There's a lot of red here. You got to get out of the fear, baby. Maybe the fear comes from your mama. And I know a lot of you guys like to sit over here and be like, I'm nothing like that lady. Maybe it comes from your daddy. I ain't nothing like him. Baby, you gotta realize these people, they did you in at a certain time. Maybe even your own family did you in. And fear is what's here right now. With taking steps forward, with believing in the future, with having hope, within love, within you pouring into love, you pouring into self. Some of you guys are lazy and just don't want to pour into yourself. Maybe it's out of fear of who is Charlie without the fear? Who is Charlie without the insecurities? Who is Charlie without toxicity? Well, then that's Tavion. If you know, you know. Your true self is without fear. Your true self is hopeful. Your true self has love. Your true self has stability. Your true self is within a positive energy. Your true self is helping others. Your true self has balance. It's only the past you that's unbalanced. It's only the past you that is afraid. It is the past. It's the past. Taurus energy is out here. I started thinking of luxury for some reason. Are the people coming into your life, are they really what you need? Do they really have what you need? Do you not realize that with these new people, you do have to shift. You have to believe. If I keep my word, I know that they will keep their word. Holding people accountable when they don't keep their word. Removing yourself from set situations to prevent for more tower moments happening that do not benefit you. I think that a lot of you guys went through tower moments, and they were teaching tower moments. There were bigger fights, but a lot of you guys are entering into the season of not fighting anymore because you guys have fought enough. Whether physically, mentally, emotionally, a lot of you guys have already fought too fucking much. And it's like, when is it gonna stop? And then God came out here in reverse. When are you gonna start trusting that you're good? That the moments that God is having you embrace in this moment are for a reason. The things you're going through right now, it's for a reason. It's for an awakening. It's for restoration. It's restoring you. You're being restored. You're being taught how to be happy instead of taught destruction. Like a lot of you guys were taught destruction. A lot of you guys have mastered how to fuck up yourself. A lot of you guys have mastered instability. You've mastered fucking insecurity. You've mastered not trusting people. You've mastered hating people. You've mastered being alone. You've mastered isolation. Some of y'all mastered fucking. Using fucking as an avoidance. But the biggest thing is that in this moment, you guys have to realize that at what point am I just using work as an avoidance? Am I using sex as an avoidance? I'm using dealing and fixing everybody else's problems as an avoidance to my own self. Because I'm afraid to see what true Tavion looks like. What true self looks like. True self doesn't repeat shit. True self doesn't have to speak loud. True self doesn't have to argue. True self doesn't have to do altercation. Because you already did altercation. You already did the whole gossip thing. You already did the whole betrayal thing. Now let's show you what it feels like to have true support. Not limited beliefs anymore. God is in a point where he wants to expand your mind, not keep you in the process of reliving shit. You fumbled me. Some of you guys need to take accountability that you fumbled yourself. And what happens in a game of football when you fumble? Your coaches get mad. And to the baddies that don't watch sports, like you fumbled, like a person fumbling you, they cheated on you, they didn't recognize your worth and shit like that. But when are you going to take accountability that you fumbled yourself, that you didn't hold yourself to the standard that you needed to? And that, I feel like that stings more than other people. Sometimes we count on other people to show up for us, but in reality, it's like we fumbled ourselves way before they could fumble us. Maybe we were only taught how to fumble ourselves, and in other words, sabotage ourselves. But what if we're not supposed to do that no more? We're not supposed to fumble our blessings anymore. Take time out to think things through in reverse. Some of you guys need to think things all the way through. But for some reason I'm hearing, but don't get too stuck in the process of thinking, take action. Because thinking sometimes is coming from a negative standpoint, it's coming from your past, and you're not in your past anymore. Some of you guys think you're still fucking the little girl from fucking 6th grade or the little boy from 8th grade. You were short and then you didn't have your growth spur yet. Like, you still sitting over here thinking you're ugly and you're not. I don't know. Still think you can't pull no bitches. And you can pull all the bitches now. All the men. I think that's very sickness. Yeah. You said when I lost myself is when I fumbled myself. That's real. Some of you guys need to identify that people view you as a resource, but you're not meant to be a resource to everybody. You're not meant to help everybody, guys. You can help the people that God places into your life. And this is a side tangent, y'all, but I do have to tell y'all this. You can help other people when God places those people in your life. And you might have some selective few that you could select from and you can give them some wisdom. But if God didn't place those people in your life, then sometimes you'll find that you're just wasting your breath. And it's not to say that those people that you placed into your life aren't good people. Everybody's a good person. Everybody has the ability to be a good person. People just do fucked up shit. And honestly, I don't even think anything is really, truly fucked up. It's just human shit. But God has to get you to a place where you're viewing life like that through the lens of, I realize you only tried to hurt me because you're hurt yourself. I realize the mean things that you say to me are just a mirror reflection of yourself. It's because you hate yourself and you want me to hate myself. And I don't hate myself. I realize that you don't want me to have joy because you're miserable. Once you find an internal peace, an internal love, an internal resource of self, and you feel yourself all the way to the top, and you heal yourself, and you establish boundaries, that's when you become unfuckwittable. Because you don't want to heal yourself just to go through a whole nother karmic lesson and get hurt again. You heal yourself to make sure that you're able to identify, oh shit, here we go again. Like, I'm not going through that here we go again shit. You telling me that she is just a friend? No. And I had a real conversation yesterday. And I was like, do I really want my person to be cool with their ex? This could be very synchronistic. I was having a conversation about this. I was like, because technically I'm cool with my ex. Me and my ex don't have no issues. But when it comes to my partner, would I have an issue if they was cool with their ex? And human side is like, I really don't want that problem. But I'm thinking of it through the lens that I don't think my partner would want me to be cool with my ex. But what if my ex is a really good friend? Or what if the people I fucked were really good friends and we just chose to be friends? And I say, what if it's a limitation? What if we're setting a limitation by us wanting or not being able to be cool with exes or friends, people we fuck? What if we're creating limitations? I had that thought yesterday. I was having that conversation yesterday. But this morning I woke up and I realized that what if they're just an attachment that we just didn't want to let go of because they were once a comfort of us. It was comfortable to us, but we outgrew it, or it's no longer needed anymore. We're healed. We no longer need a wheelchair or a crutch. We've healed, so we don't need them anymore. There's more people, and it's not to say that those people are bad people. It's just some of those people are so tempting to go back to. It's why fuck up your new shit for your old shit? Temptation. And it's not to say that once you get your new shit, that temptation won't come and try you again, but at least you know that, well, my person, I hold them to the standard of us moving forward. And I think that the biggest thing is that sometimes we hold exes or even past situations in a place for so fucking long because we don't think that we could truly move forward. Or maybe it's because we truly didn't want to move forward. There was a comfort in fixing people. There was a comfort in some of you guys being better than them. Maybe that was the downfall of y'all shit. You were better and you sticked around long enough to be worse off now. Whether if that's financially, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. Destruction. But I always like to argue that, are you really worse off or are you better off because now you have wisdom and you have awareness and you realize that you're not fixing anybody anymore? Maybe you don't have the same job that you had, or you don't have the same resources that you once had, but maybe a mirror reflection was, well, when you fell off, that those people weren't there to pick you up, even though you picked them up at their worst times. Maybe it was just that. Maybe that's what you had to see, and that's why those people can no longer be a part of your reality. The people that you once called on for a favor can't return the favor. But the people that are new, they can. Or maybe some people could, but God said not without them holding it over your head. And there's no more holding things over heads anymore, guys. I think that's why you have to embark on this new journey. And I think if you sit with yourself, like just a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow and a little bit the next day, you can discover that. What is the new versus the old? I'm gonna leave it there, guys, because I feel like that's enough for today. And I broke the deck at true love. Some of you guys do have true love coming in. But it's kind of funny because I just had this feeling like, well, fuck, I don't even know if I even have enough love to give their ass. Maybe it's not for you to give to them, but for them to give to you. I'm gonna go be in my feelings today. A feeling of releasing. A feeling of being honest. Because I think I just need to sit today. I'm just gonna enjoy just sitting. So, distractions everywhere. I think I'm gonna turn my phone off, y'all. If I'm needed, you know what? No, I'm turning my phone off today. I'll turn my phone off when I need, or I'll turn it back on when I need to. You said I'm making you cry. I'm sorry. I had to catch myself. But maybe today is the day to cry. If you need to cry, cry. Because I know I'm about to go release. But not release to, and I think this is the biggest thing, guys, of everything, is that don't release to give up. Release to find peace, to find your answer. Sometimes you might find an answer in a movie, a book, walking, yoga, fucking drinking fucking water in a coffee cup. Shit, fuck it, you know? Might be an answer there. But maybe in a tarot deck. But today I feel like I'm all out of answers. And maybe that's the part where it's like, I've made this shit up so much as I've went. And now it's time for me to sit, to receive. And I think that that's the biggest thing that's going to help you guys, is sitting and receiving. Not doing too much talking, but receiving. Receiving what you need to, releasing what you need to, and receiving what you need to. Making space for your blessings, your knowledge, your everything that needs to come forward in order to move forward. Without distractions, without people judging, without people telling you what to do. Just, okay? You said I'm putting my phone on D&D. You said, thank you for this confirmation. I've already started releasing so I can be at peace. And it's funny because I was gonna entitle this piece, but they made me put it how I entitled it, which was like Pace P or something like that. I love you guys, so I'm getting out of here. I don't think I have any bookings today, but I think I'm gonna cross out today. So if you guys need me, book me tomorrow. I love you guys, and I will see y'all later, okay? Maybe I'll come back a little later on today and see how my day goes, okay? I love you guys. Have a good day.